Welcome, friends. Uh, in our discussion on stress management, meditation, and enlightenment, probably one more thing which somebody asked me was removal of body problems. As discussed, we have four levels of bodies: physical, septal, causal, and supercausal. And all our physical problems generate either from external problems or internal problems. Internal problems can be caused by the state of our subtle body, which is mind and intellect and senses, subtle senses. It can also be caused by our causal body, which is ego, basically, major part. But a certain aspect of supercausal, which is prakriti, which means tamasic, rasic, and sattvic, can also impact. But most important point is we had discussed that Kundalini awakening empowers us to know our soul or awaken our soul and achieve self-realization, which is basically the union of Atma with Paramatma. And this event, this happening in our bodies, empowers us to correct all internal and external problems. First, internal. Self realization empowers us to correct our left or right imbalances and bring us to the balance in the central state, which creates our sattvic nature and enhances our immunity and physical capability to fight the external infections. It also corrects our ego and brings it into balance, and hence again empowers us to fight the external and internal problems. It also corrects our mental and intellectual problems or emotional problems, which by developing the sattvic nature, which comes from self realization, come to balance, and our thoughts, our interactions, our reactions all come to balance, and we become a balanced human being. At physical level, our immunity grows, and we have the capability to fight the both internal and external infections. Therefore, the important point, yes, one question was about the sugar, which is a major problem nowadays. Stress, sugar, even to some extent heart problems, they are all lifestyle problems. If we correct our lifestyle, if we correct our ways of living, there is no reason why all these troubles will remain. Mooladhara chakra. Imbalance in the Mooladhara chakra is caused by our bad sexual life, bad thinking about the religious aspects, and following non gurus, who are basically Rakshasas, rebirth as gurus or human beings. Swadhisthana chakra has got, which is the seat of Brahmadevi Saraswati, but also has Hazrat Ali, Fatima Bi, Shuddha Ichha, and Nirmal Chit as our instruments to give us strength. If we put our right hand on our left side, we correct our desires, our shuddhicha, our desires or needs for the life becomes pure. But when we put our left hand on the right side, we strengthen our attention and we also awaken our Fatma Bi and Hazrat Ali power, which empowers us to fight the sugar problem. These Hazrat Ali, Fatma Bi are the major defenders, divine defenders who help us in overcoming the sugar problem. But sugar problem is generated, not only sugar problem, all others are generated by our bad desires and bad attention. And awakening Kundalini, achieving self-realization, brings us to a state where our thoughts become good, our desires become good, our attention becomes good, and we come to balance. Lakshmi Narayan, Nabhi Chakra, is the seat of Dharma. Grah Lakshmi, Raj Lakshmi. If we follow the right Dharma, Dharma needs to be enlightened. It is not the religion the way we see the physical religion today. The physical religions have become more of a slavery to certain thought. Whether wrong or right, we do not question. That is not correct. Religion is a way of life. It gives us a strength to face the life as we live it, our daily existence. All our practices, whatever we do from morning to night and back to morning, is our dharma. It is our life. It is our way of living, which is actually the religion. Philosophically, all the religions have some practices which can be good and bad both. But an enlightened religion empowers you to know what is good and what is bad and give up all that which is not good. Please remember there is only one creator, God, Sadashiv, Allah, call by whatever name you like. These are the names given by human beings, but there is only one creator in the whole world. For those who are attached to the physical religions, my advice is please see when this religion started. The most ancient is Sanatana Dharma, which started with origin. Sadashiv is the great power behind that. All other gods and goddesses came to teach us certain things, to evolve us, to make us live a dharmic life in the world. Other religions have come thereafter. So please understand, though God is one, we call him Allah, we call him God, we call him Sadashiv, we call him Ishwar, we call him Paramatma, we call him Jehovah, whatever else we like. But the physical religions, the religions ruling our minds, evolved at different times in the history of evolution. They all had a purpose. Sanatana Dharma, while passing through the evolutionary process, probably developed few aberrations which affected some. All type of people evolved. The life forces became mixed ones. The genetic codes were mixed, and all type of living came. Different people needed different type of practices. Physical religions evolved to lead or guide those type of people who needed a specific type of practices, but all are one. They all are part of the same universal religion, pure universal religion. Please understand this part. Some people try to differentiate between one religion and other. My request is, Sanatana Dharma had 33 crore devtas or 330 million gods and goddesses. If we add few more, Sanatan will not get affected. It will still continue to be the root of the tree of relation. Therefore, let us all get together, whether God, whether Allah, whether Jehovah, whether any other form of God, they all are form of the same God. Right? Let us love all, respect all, and do it. One precaution that we had some stage discussed, there are three types of beings: godly, Rakshasi, and human. Most of us are human. Few of us are godly, but there is a large majority which is Rakshasi. These Rakshasi pravartis try to take away our goodness and use it as a sword or a wield to wield power over us and control us. Please protect against them. No religion respects, no religion teaches that Rakshasas should be respected and should be honored. Just remove them. They are in every religion, they are in every part of life. But be cautious of the Rakshasas and don't allow them. Religion is only one. Human existence created by the Creator for all to live. Next comes Bhavsagar, the place where the seat of all the gurus. Gurus came in the world to teach us the ways of living. They evolved at different stages. They are from the same tree. Adi Guru Dattatreya, Raja Janak, Shri Abraham, Shri Confucius, Shri Socrates, right? Shri Nanak, Shri Muhammad Sahib, Shri Sainath, all part of the same tree. They all came to teach us the ways of living and how to adjust against adversity and shun Rakshasi powers to live a life of Dharma. That's Bhavsagar. It makes us up and churn. It presents us good and evil both. It is for us to use our discrimination and shun the Rakshasi things and become godly and good people, good human beings. Then comes our Anath, which is the seat of Ma Durga, Sri Sitaram, and Sri Shiv Parvati. They are here to give us strength. They are the ones who generate the antibodies and they are the ones who protect us. By keeping our Anath Chakra clean, we can fight all infections and problems in the life. Then comes our Radha Krishna, Vishuddhi Chakra. We have the Vishnu Maya, we have the Rukmani Vitthal, we have Radha Krishna. This is where we learn to communicate. Obviously, Rakshasi infections like